love this bouillabaisse with the crusty bread, with the garlic mayo that we put on top, with a beautiful fish broth. You're gonna love it. This, you gotta make this. And bouillabaisse is a French fisherman stew, and was really a stew made for the fishermen. And so when they would have leftover fish that they couldn't sell, everybody would put into the pot whatever fish they had. And it really takes a long time to make if you're gonna make it properly. But I'm gonna show you how to do this provincial French stew called bouillabaisse, super easy, within 30 minutes. And I'm gonna show you how to do that right now. So to do this fish stock, I'm gonna take a couple of shortcuts. And bouillabaisse has a lot of different items in it. You could put carrots in it, you could put celery in it, you could put onions in it, you could put fennel in it. There is a traditional recipe, is that you just need to have a really great stock and really great fish. All right, and now I'm gonna grab my tea holder and I'm gonna fill it up with some peppercorns, and then I'm gonna add some fennel seeds to it. Now normally you can either put some white wine in here or you can put something called Pernod. You can if you want to, you don't have to. You can just use the stock. And we're not gonna make a traditional rouille. I'm gonna make a garlic aioli, and that's what we're gonna put on the bread that we're gonna serve with the fish stew. So I like cutting the bread on the bias, and I like using a serrated knife because I find that it's easier to cut. You're gonna grab a piece of parchment paper and you're gonna pour some olive oil on it like this. And then the easy thing that I do is I dip the bread like that. It's a lot easier than me pulling out a brush to paint the bread. The bread is ready. We're gonna mash these garlic confit into mayonnaise. This is gonna taste like the best garlic bread you've ever had. I wanna make sure that they're closed and that they're not cracked. And you need to make sure that they're alive. They breathe. I wanna make sure that they close up, so I know that this one's a good one. So this one, it's gonna go in the trash. The broken shell, that one goes in the trash. Usually it's easier to take off the beard if you have like a claw. Remember, you don't wanna ever dunk and submerge them. When they are growing, the water that they're in just comes in and out like that. You have to cook them while they're alive. They don't have a central nervous system. So right now they're kind of relaxing and they're trying to breathe. That's why it's really important not to ever submerge them in water. I have some halibut. You can use shrimp. I'm gonna use langoustines. I have some scallops. You don't have to put these, but you can put any type of white fish that you want. You could even put salmon, even though some people say don't. I say if it's what you got, then put it in. All right, so this has been simmering like 20-25 minutes. I like to poach the fish inside the broth and then remove it and set it to the side. Because if I keep it in there, the scallops overcooked, the langoustines overcooked. I just need them to warm up. They're already cooked, but if I put them in here and I let them sit in there for 10-20 minutes, it'll overcook. This has to be a quick, what they call à la minute, meaning at the moment that you serve. And then as I serve them, I can say, well, what fish do you want? And oh, I want some scallops, I want this, and that's how we're gonna do it. People may have a thing about mussels. They're like, oh, I don't like mussels. If you're a person that likes mushrooms, this has a nice undertone of mushrooms and it has like a sweetness to it. Give these a try. And so you add these at the last minute and they'll open up. If they do not open up, you want to discard them. This is delicious. You have the fish, the white fish, you have the langoustines, you have the mussels with the liqueur, you have the crusty bread with the garlic aioli that we made earlier. It's a winter dish and it's a great winter dish, but it's also good for any time. If you learned something, please subscribe, hit the like button, because that will help the channel. And also, when you hit the bell, hit the all, so then that way, every time I upload a video, you will get a notification that one of these fantastic recipes are ready for watching.